guys, it's me again. So I just want to tell you a little bit about myself and how I got into this. Basically, I got into a really bad car accident back a couple of years ago, and after that, I pretty much was about to go to college. I started going to college a year later, and then I got into another car accident. So I stopped going because I couldn't drive and stuff to college. It was pretty much a hard time in my life, and but I had all the spare time because I wasn't going to school, and I thought, I should probably go out there and try to make money and do something with myself so that you know I can pursue my career. And I've always wanted to do this, and what better time than the present? So I went out there and kind of just tried to put myself out there. I only did it for a short amount of time because I did end up going back to school because I think college is really important. I think education is really important, knowing things. But yeah, I did a couple of things. I did some, Gossip Girl background and featured background. I did a rock band commercial. I did spec commercials for Levi jeans. I did a commercial for Noggin, and a couple of things here and there. Nothing crazy big. And I got an opportunity to do this show. Actually, back in May, I kind of stopped going to New York for casting and stuff because I was focusing more on school. But I ended college around May anyway for that semester. So I was like, oh, like why not? I have time in the summer, and that's how I got into this. I met with producers and tons of different girls were there for the audition, and I actually got picked for it. And there's now six of us for the show, and we've been started now. We started in May a little bit, and we really started filming the show in August. So it's really, you know, been really the whole summer kind of deal. And that's basically how it works in the business a little bit. But that's kind of how I started. But now I feel like I'm really going to go places with this show because I'm meeting a lot of great people and stuff. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that each day as it goes on. But yeah, definitely go out there and use websites. Right now, using things online like Facebook and MySpace is a great way to network yourself and go out there and really put yourself out there and brand yourself. So I feel like, and they use that for casting websites. There's tons and tons and tons of them, and they're really easy to use, and you really can get a lot of great work off them, legit work. And we'll talk a little bit more about, legitimacy and people to hang out with and people not to. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get into it. But yeah, that's pretty much how I started. The first thing I ever did was a background for the movie Righteous Kill. It was with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. And I actually didn't get paid. My dad they actually filmed it in Connecticut, and my dad worked for the city of Bridgeport. So he met one of the producers of the show and was like, I have a daughter. Do you think she can get in here? Because it's Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, who would want to be like near them. They're like, yeah, come in. Just wear, simple casual clothing, but more like it's like fall, so I wear jackets. But it was like 90 degrees out on the day they decided to film in a baseball field, and I'm wearing like 3 layers of coats, like long jeans and stuff. Really, so like they're like, oh yeah, that looks great, so just wear that. And it was really funny because you're like outside sweating, but I had no clue what I was doing. Never done background, never been on a movie set, and really had no idea what to do. So I went there, and there was actually no one young like me. There were two older guys, and basically my role was to pretend like I was their daughter or something because they were like detectives in this. And we were at a baseball game, and Al Pacino and actually Robert De Niro were there. I got to meet them and talk to them. It was really cool. Not talk, but like, hello, how are you? And it was cool. Take their picture. And we walked across the baseball. That was my entire thing. Well, we did it for like 5 hours in 90-degree weather. Just walking across the baseball field, back and forth. And I was kind of like, I can't believe people do this. I was kind of surprised. But at the same time, it's just so exciting to see how a movie works. At the same time of thinking that, you still you get sucked in because you're like, I just love doing this. I love and you get to meet people on set too when there's breaks and stuff. You meet all different types of people. They kind of taught me a little bit about the business, a couple of things, a couple pointers. And that's also great. When you meet people, people will give you advice. Some people will, some people won't. Depends, of course, on the person, but it's pretty good in that sense. And yeah, that was my first job. Actually, when we were leaving the set, I was walking down the street and a car pulled up and was like, "Do you need a ride?" And I looked over, just thinking, "No, of course I don't." And it was Donnie Wahlberg. And my heart almost died. Couldn't even talk. I was like, and then of course I did that again in the car. No, I was like, "No, what?" Clueless like an idiot. But that was my first encounter, and I was just like so excited, like oh my god, it's Donnie Wahlberg. And then the back window rolled down. It was John Leguizamo, so it's really funny because it was my first job, and I got to meet a bunch of stars, and that was really exciting because I get totally starstruck. But yeah, it was my first job. Nothing glamorous that people think, but you just gotta work your way up and start at the bottom and keep going. So yeah, so that's a little bit about me. Keep watching. We'll get some more fun stuff on me. Okay. Bye guys.